Hi, are you a depressed Lakers fan? Are you depressed because the God King is burning your favorite franchise to the ground? Well, get out of that state of delusion and let's hear some reality about your team.
Tim Legler, as I promised, is with us now to discuss all things NBA. Legs, LeBron acknowledging after that game that the Lakers are not ready right now to compete with the NBA's best. When you watch that game, what do you see as the difference between these two teams right now?
Yeah, I think he's being honest. I think he's being accurate because I think the difference between particularly the Lakers and the Boston Celtics right now is the guys after the stars. We know
The difference between the teams is the guys after the stars, meaning the role players after AD and LeBron. Continue.
LeBron and AD, when they're healthy and playing well, they're going to give you a chance every night. But what about that next layer? And when I look at Boston's guys after Tatum and Brown, you look at a Derek White, you look at a Porzingis, you look at a Drew Holiday.
You're looking at the guys on the Celtics after Tatum and Brown. You're looking at Derek White. You're looking at Porzingis. You're looking at Drew Holiday. High-end role players. Continue.
These three players are two-way, multi-dimensional players that can beat you a number of ways.
These guys are two-way, multi-dimensional players who can beat you in a multitude of ways. Continue.
Impact the game defensively. So it's one thing to have your top guys play well. You're going to need a lot of help, and that's where Boston has the most depth. They've got the most versatility.
This is where Boston has the most depth and versatility because you're going to need these guys down the road, particularly in a tough playoff situation. Continue.
And you look at what they've added to this team that's been so close over the last 2 years. You get a Derek White, you get a Porzingis, you get a Drew Holiday. Three guys capable on any given night of giving you 20, but they also impact the game defensively at a high level. Right now.
So the Celtics, who've been very, very close, we know they got to the NBA Finals and they lost. They got to a conference finals last year, Game 7. They lost a few years ago. They got to a conference finals. So they've been very, very close. And what they did is they added quality, high-end role players to surround the star players of Tatum and Brown. And see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the Lakers don't have. What Tim Legler is saying in a nice way is he's saying that the Lakers don't have high quality role players around LeBron and AD, which they do not. See, if you guys listen to that, when I did the recap of the Lakers game after the Knicks and the Bulls and the Timberwolves, and I was telling you guys about Cam Reddish specifically, and Jared Vanderbilt, and Hachimura, and Torian Prince, and D'Lo, and these guys like that. These guys are not high-end role players. They're not versatile role players. They brought in, Vanderbilt and Cam Reddish, who's supposed to be these high-end defensive guys. They're not even high-end defensive guys. And then on the offensive end, they have no versatility. They cannot create their own shot. The only person that come off the bench that can create their own shot is y'all boy, Austin Reeves, a.k.a. fake-ass Larry Bird, the hit from Oklahoma, who y'all be overhyping. He's solid, but he's not a star player. He's the only guy off you guys' bench that can generate offense when LeBron and AD goes to the bench. And see, therein lies the problem. See, people on TV, they can be delusional and tell you, we're just not good right now and we're not playing good right now, in quotation marks. Take them quotation marks, put them in the trash. Y'all are not good at all. That is the problem with the Lakers. Okay? And you guys coach Darvin Ham, who, hey man, by all accounts, he's a very, very nice man. He seems to be, but I read a quote by him, and he's also living in a state of delusion. And when I read it, I was like, homeboy, you're delusional. And I know he has to say things, to try to be upbeat and positive, to try to, keep the morale of the team up and keep the morale going, whatever. But what he said here, man, is just not true. Let me read you what Coach Darvin Ham said about the team. Darvin Ham message says is to the Lakers after the loss was that he didn't feel like the LA Lakers have a major gap in talent or competitiveness with any team in the league. But the team has to focus better on details to maximize its potential. I'm here to tell you, people, you can pay attention to all the details and stuff like that, and that's cool, particularly on the defensive end, and stuff like that. But when you don't have talent, you just don't have the talent. You can pay attention to the details all you want. When you have guys like Jared Vanderbilt with that slingshot ass jumper he got, when you guys like Cam Reddish, who's not that good. You got inconsistent guys like D'Lo, who's streaky. Who else? Austin Reeves is okay. Torian Prince, who he's an okay. He's been playing pretty well. I ain't gonna say well. He's been playing decent. Last few games or whatever. And Rui Hachimura. See, these guys are not versatile. They're not high end defensive players, and offensively, they can't generate any offense. So the depth and versatility that Tim Legger was talking about that Boston has, like with guys like Porzingis, who can get his own shot, guys like Derek White, who's a high IQ, a very high end role player, who might even be an all-star this year, and guys like Drew Holiday, who's been an all-star, who's a very high end role player that's versatile, that can play both ways. The Lakers just don't have that. And I'm just here to tell you the truth. The team is just not that good. No sugarcoating it, no BSing, none of that. They can come on TV and fire Darvin Ham or whatever. I'm here to tell you, I don't care what coach you got. If you don't have the versatility and talent, you're not going to win. And this team is going nowhere fast. It's going nowhere. You see, when guys like JB and Rashad, they was telling you guys, specifically you guys, I know that y'all listening in the bushes, you guys in these Facebook groups, Laker Gang and Lakers Force and NBA enthusiasts. Yeah, I know y'all listening in the bushes. When they was talking to y'all and telling y'all years ago, hey man, it's not a good move, man. You got a lot of talent y'all drafted. You're struggling right now, but in the long run, this talent's going to turn around and this team's going to be better in the long run. You didn't listen. You didn't listen. See, I said the same thing a little bit, but see, they're a lot nicer than me. I ain't finna keep talking to your dumb ass. I told you once or twice, and I dipped. But I watched in the bushes. I seen them talking to y'all and stuff like that. And, people didn't listen. But I bet you gonna listen now while your team is 500 and guys like Cam Reddish stinking it up. Just imagine what you would have had. Let's just say LeBron, he still came in 2018 in free agency. Let's just say he acted right and he was a good leader, which we know he's not. But let's just say he acted right and really tried to groom and help the young guy and play right. And let's just say LeBron do what he normally do, call a pick, come downhill, put his elbow and shoulder and another defensive guy's chest, and the league don't call it, so you have to come double, and he kick it out to an open shooter. Imagine him passing to an open shooter like, I don't know, Brandon Ingram, instead of fucking sorry-ass Cam Reddish. Imagine passing to a guy like, I don't know, a guy that y'all seen the other night, Alex Caruso, who could knock down a three. He was very versatile. He's a very versatile two-way player. He's a high-end role player that y'all had. Y'all won a bubble with. Imagine that. Imagine LeBron coming off a screen and getting double-teamed as he plows his way to the basket and he kicks it out to a guy like, I don't know, Kyle Kuzma, who y'all had. Now, yes, Kyle Kuzma is very goofy and silly, but what Kyle Kuzma has, he has the clutch gene. He takes off his Steve Urkel glasses and the stupidity that he plays with for 3.5 quarters. If the game is close the last 4 or 5 minutes, one thing for damn sure, Kyle Kuzma will make a big shot. Imagine, instead of D'Lo a streaky turnover prone guy playing point guard. Imagine you had a solid point guard like, I don't know, Alonzo Ball, a healthy Alonzo Ball. I know he's not healthy right now, but when he's with Chicago, he was healthy, he improved his game, and they was playing very well. Imagine that. A smart guy who can facilitate, and most importantly, he plays defense with length and size, and he improved his jump shot. And he was a really good three-point shooter. Imagine that instead of D'Lo, streaky, goofy D'Lo. Imagine that. Imagine instead of Jackson Hayes, there's no dissing to Jackson Hayes or whatever. LeBron's coming off a screen, barreling down towards the rim, and he lobs the ball up to your center. Oh, I know. That guy named Ivica Zubac, who's playing very well for the Clippers. Yeah, you remember that guy that y'all had? Imagine that. And AD can slide over to the four and play the four. You can have Zubac. Imagine that. But see, you guys, you didn't listen. You didn't listen. Y'all was all cool and kumbaya and beating your chest in when the COD King came to the franchise to save you. And guys like JB, I got much love for JB. He knows basketball. He was telling y'all for years and years and years in these groups and online. He was preaching like John the Baptist in the wilderness or Noah building his ark. Hey man, rain is coming. This is not a good move. Rain and destruction is coming from your franchise. Don't bring that guy in. You shouldn't be sure. You shouldn't be happy about this guy. Bring this guy in, man, and get rid of the young core. You shouldn't be. But y'all didn't listen. And guess what? Rain and destruction and chaos is on your franchise now. And now everybody's panicking. Oh man, just rebuild, man. Let's just get a bunch of guys, young guys, man, get some draft picks and let's start over. Let's trade LeBron, man. Get some young guys, man. We need to build young, you know what I'm saying? But guys like JB and Rashad was telling y'all, man, years ago. But y'all didn't listen. You didn't listen. A hard head make a soft ass. Try to tell you, this dude, LeBron, he come to your team, he gonna get rid of all your assets, all your young guys, and then when he leave, your franchise is in ruin. But hey, man, you got you a bubble. You got you a bubble. I hope you're satisfied. Because guess what? That's all you're gonna have. And so I'm just here to tell you the truth. I'll keep recapping the Lakers game. Y'all can come on in and leave the comments and fire Darvingham and man, they need to trade this and do that. Everything you wanted, you had. But you had to ride with the God King, the King of Kings. And look where you're at now. But I'm going to tell you the truth, man. They can sugarcoat it on TV. I'm going to give you the real. And the real is your team not good. Your role players around your stars not good. And you're going nowhere fast. Unless Adam Silver step in and do what he do. You're going nowhere fast. So this is the harsh reality of you Lakers fans. Going nowhere fast. And that's that. So that's my time. My name is Kelvin. I'll continue to recap your games. And I'll see y'all after the next Lakers game. I'm out.